Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. And this time we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Last Jedi Luke Skywalker Jedi Exile figure. And this is from the Star Wars The Last Jedi toy line from Hasbro from 2017. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the packaging. Alright, so take a look at the packaging. Pretty standard for the Last Jedi toy line. It's got that nice white background with that red Star Wars logo. You can also see a really nice picture of Luke Skywalker, the Jedi Exile version. Every figure has its own actual picture of that exact character. There's not one specific logo or character picture for the whole toy line, like the Phantom Menace and all that kind of stuff. So they kind of change this, which I actually do like a lot. It's got a nice bubble window that shows the figure. It shows the Force Link logo, so it does have that Force Link gimmick. It says Luke Skywalker Jedi Exile on the little ribbon going across the character picture. And on the back, this just shows that Force Link device. It's pretty much one big ad for that on the back. Nothing really big other than it just says, you wear the Force Link to activate sounds and phrases, and then also just has a StarWars.com and StarWars.Hasbro.com information right there. So pretty standard, very bland back of the packaging, but most importantly is get this guy opened up. Alright, so getting Jedi Exile Luke out of the package. Pretty nice looking figure. This is obviously the second outfit we see Luke Skywalker wearing in the trailers for the new Last Jedi movie. There could be another outfit, but this is what we see so far. So he's got his traditional looking Jedi robe that we see at the end of The Force Awakens that rolls into The Last Jedi, and then we have this. And this looks really good. I think this is a pretty good figure. Now, obviously, this is a 3 3/4 inch figure, so you're not going to get anything spectacular here. They got that 5 points of articulation, and that pretty much stands true for this figure. So with this guy, you got arm movement. He turns his head. Now, he does have a hood that can come off. His head turns, and then he's got his leg can each individually move, and he's got a little tunic, so it's got that weird blocky looking part that you see in a lot of the figures, especially in the last or the Force Awakens with like Kylo Ren. It's got a little bit of that there, but overall detail looks good. I like the way everything looks. He does come with this, I guess this is a walking stick cane, I guess. You know, I really was hoping for some kind of lightsaber, but you know, he might not even use it in the movie, and they also might be hiding that to not give away any kind of major plot things for these figures. We saw that with the Last Jedi, or the Force Awakens. So we'll have to really see. But he's got, you know, this little hood part that just pops off, which is pretty standard, just a little hood, which looks good. And he's got, you know, a pretty good head mold, pretty much similar to the other one we had before. I think the hair might be just a little bit different, but everything looks really good. This little tunic right here, this little part, this little cloak is just like, you know, soft rubber. This can come off, but the problem is it's, you know, that look is molded into his arm, so he'd look kind of stupid if you were to do that. But, and you can see his glove on his hand right here. And then going onto the back, you get more of that little cloak tunic, which looks pretty good. So, I mean, overall, detail looks good on this figure. And the only last little thing is he does have that little Force Link little logo on the bottom of his foot, and that just shows that it is a Force Link figure, so it should have some phrases and stuff and possible sound effects, and we'll get that going in a little bit. But let's take a closer look at each part. So here we have that head sculpt, and you can see it looks really good, you know, in the cloak as well. It's molded really nice. I like that they have this removable cloak that you can do that. I think that's a cool touch. And then here we take it off. Real easy to take off, and you can see that nice look to his face. So everything looks great. I mean, you can see that little detailing in his little shirt. So they did a good job to give it textures and, you know, an actual nice look to the figure. So as you kind of go to the side, you can see his hair. So everything looks pretty fantastic. Here is midsection, so you can see, you know, just a little paint detail on his belt for this little hook. The only thing he doesn't have on here, which I pretty much do remember seeing in the trailers, and you know, especially in other action figures, he doesn't have that little crystal on his neck, that little kyber crystal that we saw in the pop figure, and I think we saw it actually in the trailer as well. We don't see that. I believe that's supposed to be a kyber crystal, that red crystal. We don't see that on this figure, which is kind of weird because they've shown it elsewhere. It's not like they're going to be giving anything away. And then kind of going in the back, you can see the detailing in his cloak. Everything looks really, really good on this guy. So this figure does not have that robotic hand exposed. This actually has the mechanical hand covered by a glove, so you can see it looks decent. I mean, it's like a tan brown color, and you can see this is his walking stick cane. I mean, is this actually going to be used as a weapon? You know, we will really have to wait and see, but everything looks good. And then we go on the other side, you can see his hand as well. And you can see on the bottom of his cloak, it's got that tattered look to it, so they definitely give him that old look to the clothing. And the boots are detailed pretty nice. It just looks basic. I mean, you can see the nice tooling they did on here to make it look the way it is. It looks like those things, like the ankle parts, are actually ankle wraps, and the pants are baggy going into the boots. I think they did a great job with that. Like this, you know, the figures are detailed pretty good for being a really basic model 3 3/4 inch figure. Now this figure is part of the Force Link line, so you basically need the Force Link device, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't think it works as good as what they say it does. If you want to see that, I have another review of it as well, but this is the device. You just tap it typically to get to going. If it decides to do it, there we go. And then you put this on your wrist. It doesn't really work with that, but you basically put it up against the figure and move it and shake it, or different directions.
What do you know about the Force?
Come on. See if we can do sound effects. Come on.
You shouldn't be here. How did you find me? You shouldn't be here.
So also if you move it side to side or do different actions, it's supposed to be like sound effects.
Reach out with your feelings.
Let's see if we can get one more.
You shouldn't be here.
And you can see, I mean, it's not real, you know, functional. It doesn't work real well. You're supposed to put it on your wrist, and it's supposed to read the figure on the back of your wrist. It doesn't work. I've had kids try it and everything. It just doesn't seem to work functionally, which is just sad, because I think it's about $30 retail price, $24 to $30, and you know, unless you get it on sale for Christmas. But it does come with the cool figure, the Force Link device. But that's about it. You know, it's okay. It doesn't sound anything like Mark Hamill at all. It sounds like just a guy. This is not one of the better figures. Very vague dialogue. I'm sure they can't really put anything away, just put anything in there, you know, because they don't want to ruin the movie or give anything away. Figures that sound good are the masked Kylo Ren that comes with this device. You know, Chewbacca, C-3PO, you know, any kind of roar or like a mechanical type character. They have the voice down pretty good, but when it comes to like Rey and Luke, they sound like garbage. They're not really done real well, which is unfortunate, especially for the price of this device. I mean, it's something you definitely don't need. You know, I just put it in the reviews and I picked it up just so you could see what the figure can do. And finally, for size comparison, here we have the two Lukes that we have so far in the Last Jedi toy line. Like I said, these are both the basic 3 3/4 inch figures. You know, there is another 3 3/4 inch black series, and obviously the 6 inch black series that we have so far. But these are the basic ones we did get, and they look good. You know, so this is so far the two different clothing options that Luke has so far in the movie, and they look good. I do like, you know, the classic style Jedi look, but I also do like that kind of darker look that he has on the right. You know, it's just, I'm assuming, you know, he'll wear this at the beginning and he'll kind of transition to this, you know, and probably wear that, I'm assuming, for the most part of the movie. And like I said, he does have that cloak that you can put on there. This one just does not have that. It has that little folded down part, but I mean, this one actually has a cloak you can have him wear, and it pops off real easy, so it looks really good. But you know, he actually at least comes with an accessory. The other one does not. It doesn't have anything at all. It just comes with this cloak. But you know, another cool looking figure. Obviously, it is Luke Skywalker. It's going to be a popular figure. And once again, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.